Hey everyone, this video is about attribute directives. I'm not going to go into detail about components in this section because we have talked a lot about components and there isn't much to add as of now. Now, in the example from the last video, I was talking about the ng-class and ng-style directive. Now, directives can not only be attached in squared brackets, that is only the case if we're binding to a property in the directive. So if the directive kind of needs some input to work correctly. But we will later see in the forms section that there are also directives like the ng-control directive, which can work just like that, without any equal sign and quotation marks, without any brackets, just stand alone, because this directive doesn't need any input to work. Now, it might be able to take some input, but it doesn't necessarily need it. I just want to clarify that to make sure that attribute directives are not necessarily enclosed in any brackets or parentheses, but instead that the word here, the name, that is the directive. In the ng-class case, the ng-class is the directive. Now, the brackets are only necessary if we are using some kind of data binding, in this case, square brackets, property binding, so putting some data into the directive. Very important to memorize this. So directives are just instructions we add to an element to change it in some way. Attribute directives are the directives that are attached to an HTML element and look kind of like, well, HTML element attributes. Now we learned about ng-class and ng-style, and I just showed you the ng-control. Now, to be honest, there aren't that many more directives. There are a few, but Angular 2 doesn't ship with a whole bunch of directives. That is not the case because the guys at Angular 2 say, hey, you can write them your own, but the way Angular 2 is structured, we need way less directives than we had in Angular 1. That is because of that component-based approach of the way they implemented data binding. And therefore, well, we can really work with the few directives we have there. But obviously, we can write our own directives if we need them, and we will do so in the next video. See you there. Bye.